Well, hello, and welcome to Christmas MuVies Spotlight, Season 2, Episode 4. And I am your somewhat semi-hoarse co-host, Dawn Mack, and I'm here with my very healthy co-host and friend, Pam. Hey, Pam, how are you?
Well, I don't know. Every once in a while, you might get a nay out of me, too.
Well, your voice is definitely sounding stronger than mine, and we want to welcome all the listeners in, and if you're going, who is this woman, and why does she sound this way? I'm here, I'm me, but I've been under the weather this week and have been trying to nurse my voice back to health because, if you do radio, you got to have a good voice, at least have a voice that people can listen to and understand. And so if I do sound crackly, I do apologize, but hopefully we'll get through this without any problems. I've got lots of cough drops on standby, by the way. But hopefully all of you are excited. Our show, we are bringing you two shows this weekend, and this is the first of the two. And the reason for that is because coming up over the next week, we're going to be celebrating Thanksgiving. And not only are we going to be celebrating Thanksgiving, but my goodness, all the networks are too. And so it seems like across the board, they have rolled out the plethora of original premieres on all the networks, including Hallmark Channel, Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, and the like. And so Pam and I decided we had so many movies to talk about. I haven't even counted them all, but it's a bunch. And if you've been following all of the new movies that are coming out, then you know it is. But we realized that we could not get this all in one show. So what we decided to do is we're breaking it down. And tonight's show, we are featuring all of the Hallmark Channel and Hallmark Movies and Mysteries shows, or movies rather, for the coming week, beginning November 17th on Saturday, and running all the way through November 25th. So it's going to be 2 weekends with the week sandwiched in between. It's a lot of movies to talk about. Pam, are you ready for this? Are we crazy? What are we doing?
Seriously, if I think about it, I'll be crazy. So I just don't think about it. I just do it. I roll with the punches.
We've said this from the very beginning of our season, because when we started planning this season, we knew when we started looking at all the movies, and then more news was coming out about this network was releasing these movies, and Hallmark just kept building on their number, and it was like, oh my goodness. And at one point, I think I said early in the season, I had counted 85 original premieres for this holiday season alone, and I'm sure it's more than that now, just because more networks have announced more movies that they're producing, and so we've got so much to pack in. So this is going to be a fun weekend. We're excited, and as I said, tonight's show is we're going to be talking about all the Hallmark Channel, Hallmark Movies and Mysteries movies that are going to be premiering over the coming week. And let me tell you, there are some great ones coming, folks. And so, in fact, Hallmark and Hallmark Channel, Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, they have a slogan: 9 nights, 2 networks, and 12 movies. So, yes, we're going to be talking about 12 movies, all brand new original premieres that will be premiering during the time block of November 17th through November 25th. And this includes Thanksgiving. So we're very, very excited about this. And because we have so many movies to pack in this episode, we are not going to be bringing this week any new music releases. And honestly, now that we're so close to Thanksgiving, most of the new holiday music releases for this season are already out. There's a couple of singles that are being dropped, here and there by different artists and so forth. But as far as full albums, I think those releases are over and done with for now. But we are keeping all that updated on our website, christmas-movies-spotlight.com. So you can go there anytime and check out all the music, and it's linked to where you can go and buy it if you want, and so forth and so on. So, Pam, how have you been? And are you looking forward to Thanksgiving?
I'm okay. I'm doing a little better than you are, and I'm glad you're feeling better, though, so that way we can do this together.
I know. I think it would be quite the undertaking for either one of us to try to do this by ourselves.
Exactly.
It wouldn't be as fun either.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing. And I'm just sitting here thinking while you're talking, boy, by the time we're done doing, these two special shows that we're going to do, it's going to be next Christmas already, and we're going to have to start all over. It just seems like that because there's so much,
Yeah, I know. And on that note, one thing that I've really loved about this season, of course, I'm always honored. Let's just get that in there this episode. I've got a running trend here, but I'm always honored. To be with you on air. But this season is just so exciting because of all the different things we've mixed in and all the interviews we've done so far. And the whole holiday music or movie season, rather, has just been incredible. I mean, the movies I've seen have all been so good. I can't say yet I've seen a bad one or a mediocre movie. I mean, Hallmark has really brought it. I mean, they upped their A game times 10 for this holiday season. I mean, not only the plots for the stories, the number of movies, but the amazing casting that they've done. I have just been blown away by, who they've had in movies so far and who they have to come. And this coming week, they're really showing off,
I know. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and we've got so much that you and I have to do, and that's coming for you listeners. Not only our two special shows, but many other amazing things that we have planned. And we are going to take a day off. We are taking Thanksgiving off. So.
Look, besides, it's very difficult to eat turkey and Thanksgiving dinner and try to be on air doing a show. I mean, we are going to take. We did this deliberately for that reason as well. We want to have downtime with our families and just be able to celebrate the holiday like everyone else. And, of course, be able to have the time to watch all these movies that we are talking about in week out. So needless to say, we're looking forward to Thanksgiving week, and we certainly hope that you are too. And it's going to be an exciting week. I can't even believe that it's already here almost. We just celebrated Halloween, it seems like, last week, and here we are. We're a week away from Thanksgiving, so that's pretty amazing.
I know, it really is. And oh my gosh, the snow has started in so many states, including mine. I'm just already over it.
Yeah, well, we've even had an ice storm in our mountains here, so and, for North Carolina, it's highly unusual to get winter weather in November. So, yeah, a lot of the country, is dealing with winter weather very, very early. So it is the season.
Sure is.
Hi, this is Jessie Schramm. You're listening to Pam and Dawn.
Well, we're going to officially kick off this show and get it started. And before we launch into talking about all these great movies that we're going to be bringing to you this week, I have to ask you, Pam, do you know what year that Elvis Presley recorded Blue Christmas?
Well, I would say probably the year we had Blue Christmas.
Well, I thought you were going to say something like, the year he was having a blue Christmas or something. I was close, but actually that's not the correct answer.
Well, of course.
The song was originally recorded by Western actor Doy Odell in 1948, and the song found popularity 2 years later with a cover by Ernest Tubb. So believe it or not, Elvis was not the first person to perform the song. He recorded it in 1957 for his Elvis's Christmas album. It wasn't released as a single until 1964, when in the U.S. it was backed with Wooden Heart from Elvis's soundtrack to his film G.I. Blues. But from 1965 and on, it was backed with Santa Claus is Back in Town. Both really good songs.
Yeah.
So there you have it. Now you know. He wasn't blue, and it wasn't a blue Christmas.
When do I know? Well, when do I know?
Now you know. Oh, my
now
gosh.
You know.
That's right. So it would not, what would a Thanksgiving holiday show be without Thanksgiving trivia? So, Pam, do you know how long did the first Thanksgiving celebration last?
Body woman, when do you think I was born? I wasn't there.
I'm just asking. Have you ever heard? Do you know? I didn't know until I did my homework. So I wasn't there.
I probably. Yeah. Okay.
Just so we're clear here.
I probably learned it in school, but that's just something that doesn't stick in your head over the years. So go ahead and bring it on me.
How long ago was that? I'm just joking.
A few years back.
Yeah, me too. Well, believe it or not, the first Thanksgiving celebration was 3 days long. And it was celebrated much earlier than our current celebration, possibly in late September. And believe it, there were about 50 European settlers and around 90 Native Americans who attended the 3-day feast. So there you go. Now, I don't know what year that was, but it was well before our time.
I think so, yeah, definitely. And as far as 3 days, I'm glad they cut it down to 1 day because that's enough. That's enough for me,
Job, and I get 3 days off, so I kind of do that to celebrate 3 days of Thanksgiving, and kind of get my house decorated for the holidays. If you add in the weekend, it's 5 days, so technically my feast or my celebration is longer than theirs was. Oh my gosh!
Exactly. But I was thinking about all the cooking, all the company, that kind of thing. So,
well, you think about it.
I don't mind the 3 days.
Women settlers, did all the cooking back in the day. So can you imagine the feast they had? It's probably quite a spread. It would put ours to shame, I bet. All right, well, we're going to move right into our next segment, which is aptly titled Wacky Christmas News. But for this episode, we're going to rename it Wacky Thanksgiving News because we do have a little bit of a Thanksgiving theme going on. And I was looking at articles online. Pam, you might have seen this, you might not, but the other day, and this blew my mind. I was like, really? But I've got to ask, do you like Pringles?
Yeah, I love them.
I do too. I mean, any flavor, I love them. Well, I was a little bit taken aback when I read this, but apparently Thanksgiving Pringles is a thing. And they're back. Now, I didn't know what that meant at first. I mean, I didn't know that they were here before, but apparently so. And this year, they're back with a twist. And so when I read the headline, I was really intrigued because I was like, what are Thanksgiving Pringles? And so basically, they're holiday-flavored chips, and they first came out last year in small quantities. And they came in 8 varieties. Now, are you ready for this? They came in turkey. These are all flavors now. Turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, cranberry sauce, cream corn, green bean casserole, yuck, mac and cheese, and pumpkin pie. Okay. So
you
I'm
only
thinking
say yuck for green bean? No, it's yuck to all of them. Hello?
I'm thinking about the real green bean casserole. I'm not a fan of that. We can talk about that later in another episode when we're covering food for the holidays. But I'm just thinking to myself, the first thing that came to my mind when I read these 8 things, I was like, well, golly. What a money-saving venture that would be. You just get a bunch of Pringles and all these varieties, and you got your Thanksgiving meal. But then that is
there you go.
I can't even imagine.
You would never have company or even family back again. So if you're looking for a way to get rid of them, there you go.
I mean, you just put the cans of Pringles on your Thanksgiving table. You've got it all set up. It looks, and you got your cans of Pringles. You're like, okay, dig in, everybody. We're ready. I didn't burn anything. The meal, it took me no time to fix. I mean, but here's the thing. Then I switched from that to thinking about what would these things taste like. Like I couldn't even. I'm sorry.
No.
There's just some things that don't go together. Turkey flavoring and Pringles do not go together, and I won't even go down the list because none of these go with Pringles. Well, apparently they were all the rage because Pringles has brought this back this year for Thanksgiving, but only 3 flavors made the cut this year. The 3 Thanksgiving chips making a comeback are you ready for this? Turkey, stuffing, and pumpkin pie. Now, the only thing I'm going to say about this is that with the pumpkin pie, what I would think it would taste like, aside from the fact it's going to be pumpkin spice, is the whole sweet and savory thing where you got the saltiness of the chip and you got the sweetness of the pumpkin pie flavoring. Even still, it's disgusting. But I can envision that a little bit more because you think about kettle corn, and other flavors where it's sweet and salty
right.
or savory. So that's okay. In my mind, I can compute that. But turkey and stuffing, they brought them back. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Well, apparently you can get a 3-pack of the holiday-themed snack foods for $14.99 on the Kellogg's website. Now, at the time that I saw this article, this was what they were saying. The very next day, I saw a headline that said they sold out of these 3-packs within minutes on the Kellogg's website. I don't know how many packs they had for sale, but they sold out in record time. So I guess that is pretty much going to guarantee they're going to bring this back next year. What do you think?
Well, I have no words for you, Dawn. You put on me about candy canes flavored like mac and cheese. Now you put this to me, and I'm like done. I'm done.
Damaging look, I'm done. Let me tell you. So I'm just going to put this out there and say, if you need any sides for your Thanksgiving meal this year, you could have gotten them before they sold out, but I guess now, lucky you and lucky for your family, you don't have to worry about it. But, oh, my gosh, I was really tripping about that. Who knew? Who comes up with this stuff?
Well, and who looks it up, Dawn?
Well,
you're grounded from Google.
Well, really, I need to be. No, I was just looking for wacky Thanksgiving news. I had no idea I was going to come across that. And what blew my mind is, how is this even a thing? It's like, who in their right mind buys this stuff? And then what do they buy? They're just going to say they're going to hold on to it. I mean, I can't envision people consuming this, but apparently there are people out there who must like them. So I could never look at Pringles the same way again, though.
You just have to make sure when you're at the store you're picking up the right can. That's all. Oh, my gosh.
So, oh, my gosh. Well, there is your wacky Thanksgiving news. And if you weren't so lucky to buy your 3-pack of Pringles for your Thanksgiving meal, now you got to cook that old turkey.
Yeah, okay. I'll be cooking. And I'm going to move on to something else.
Introducing Hallmark Channel Radio, a brand new holiday radio channel coming to Sirius XM. Love Christmas music?
What's not to like?
Then you're going to love Hallmark Channel Radio, featuring classic Christmas music and carols 24/7. Hosted by Candace Cameron Bure and all your favorite Hallmark Channel stars. Make the season bright with holiday music all day and all night. Hallmark Channel Radio, coming November 1st to Sirius XM Channel 70.
Well, you know what that means. That is the music for Hallmark Channel and their Christmas preview that recently aired. And let me tell you, this is where we begin talking about all these great Hallmark Channel movies that are going to be airing over the coming weeks, beginning Saturday, November 17th, all the way until November 25th. So a lot of people have Thanksgiving week off next week. And I know I've seen a lot of noise on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and stuff. People are, they're glued to their TVs this time of year when Hallmark is on, and everybody loves the movies. And so in any event, we are going to bring to you now all these great movies on the Hallmark Channel, and once we conclude, we'll move into the Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. So hang tight if you're a Hallmark Movies and Mysteries fan, because you're absolutely going to love what we have in store for you. And our first movie that we have to look forward to is Christmas at Graceland, and it premieres Saturday, November 17th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central on the Hallmark Channel. And it stars Kelly Pickler and Wes Brown.
And now we have an extended preview of Christmas at Graceland starring Kelly Pickler and Wes Brown.
I can speak from first-hand experience when I say that this next movie was so much fun to make. In this story, I play a business executive named Laurel who travels to Memphis to secure one of the city's oldest family-owned banks.
Hey.
Hey.
Everything okay?
Just trying to figure out how to get Franklin and Hatcher on the same page. They're so different.
Have a good time. Yeah. Two instruments can always sound good together if the music's right.
Like how you put that. You remember this ring?
Oh, you mean our first date? Just an excuse to hold your hand. Too bad it was unnecessary. You were so graceful. You always were a show off.
Well, I could always count on you for an honest opinion. I miss that.
Really? I thought that annoyed you.
Well, no, it's funny, the qualities you come to appreciate in people. While she is there, Laurel reconnects with an old flame played by Wes Brown. He convinces a reluctant Laurel to start performing again, and their time together reignites a passion she's forgotten. Cheers. Oh, my mom always loved this festival. Used to bring me here every year.
She was the best.
Oh, she'd be so happy we're back.
You know your mom was your biggest fan. And Laurel, I gotta tell you, it's not a crime to share your voice. You working at a bank is like Da Vinci being an accountant. And that's no offense to bankers or accountants.
Well, you always did believe in me more than I did.
Rightfully so. I mean, we almost had a record deal.
Almost. Success was always around the corner, and the corner after that, and the corner after that, and the corner after that. Before long, you realize you're just running in circles.
Or you realize that you have to come back to where you started from to find those dreams. Oh, that looks good on you.
You know what I just realized is that I never properly thanked you for the guitar or the tour. So if you ever need any banking advice, you just let me know.
My pleasure, because you know, my mama did not raise me to be selfish. You know what, come to think about it, there is something you can help me with.
What's that? Now, the key to Christmas s'mores is you've got to get your marshmallow perfectly toasted. It's all in the wrist. Otherwise, it's all in the fire.
It looks so yummy.
Good evening, ladies.
Clay!
Hi, Clay.
You mind if I join you?
Sure.
What are you guys doing?
We're making Christmas s'mores. You want to have one?
Absolutely.
It has peppermint chocolate.
Thank you so much. That looks fantastic. No, so good.
Emma, would you like to join us? We're going to read The Night Before Christmas.
Can I, Mommy?
Absolutely. Thank you, Kathy. So, guitar in hand, huh?
Yes.
Thought you would have forgot about it.
Oh, no. No such luck. I remember your favorite was Silent Night. Mine was Silver Bells. Which should we try?
Oh, that sounds so cute. And I love some Kelly Pickler. I love Kelly. She's a native of North Carolina, so she's near and dear to my heart personally, you know. What do you think, Pam?
Well, you took the words out of my mouth as far as saying it sounds so cute, because I thought that myself, and I can just, you know, picture these two together in real life. I mean, they make such a cute couple in the movie.
Oh, absolutely. And, well, now let's go on location with Kelly Pickler and Wes Brown, stars of Christmas at Graceland.
Hey, y'all, I'm Kelly Pickler, and we're on location for Christmas at Graceland.
Hey, Mark.
This is a really special film to be a part of, you know, not only because we get to be a part of the Hallmark family, but we get to experience what it would be like here at Graceland during Christmas.
I love that we have two separate elements wrapped into it, with the personal relationship we have not only with each other, but also with music. And to combine the two that's been really unique.
No pressure. Hey, you're the first guys that get to shoot at Graceland. Yeah, no pressure.
Nobody ever gets to go behind those velvet ropes, and so I don't take it for granted.
I think you take a pause and you just kind of take it all in and think that what could have gone on in this room decades, you know, before you even saw it for the first time.
It's kind of surreal. I mean, even walking into the mansion the first time was like all of these emotions, all of these, I don't know, you just take in as much as you can.
You don't talk too much. You just kind of soak it all in and take a moment.
They light up Graceland for Christmas every year, so we were able to have them bring out their decorations, the blue lights along the driveway that Elvis's dad put in years ago, and all the decorations that they use every year.
And to be able to film, you know, with Elvis's piano, that is, who gets to say they've done that, you know?
Playing Elvis's piano.
We get to shine a light on Elvis Presley, his legacy, and this was my first time being able to experience Graceland.
Yeah, it's my first time being here as well. So the fact that I basically get to walk into Graceland the same time this character does in the film is just kind of, it's a little mind-blowing.
It is.
Recently, Wes Brown shared his thoughts on the movie and what it was like working with Kelly Pickler.
I've always told people, I said I sing a little bit here and there, you know. I said, but you know, I'm not gonna probably never get one of those golden fancy tickets. And then I find out who I get to sing with, who got a little bit more than that golden fancy ticket. So it's been surreal. It's been a ton of fun. And, you know, getting to do that put together with Christmas songs is just, it's a little mind-blowing. So, I mean, it's been a blast, so I've had a lot of fun.
And, you know, I'm a sucker for a Christmas movie as anyway, but when you pair it up with music and it's like a musical in the movie, you know, I absolutely love it. So this is going to be a good one.
I can't wait to see it. I actually went one year to Graceland, and guess what? They were closed.
Oh, no, really?
So I only got, yes, I only got to see the outside. It was when one of the family members passed away, and we didn't realize it when we were on our way there, so someday maybe I'll get back there and get to see some of the inside, because that'll be magnificent. And, of course, it's great to watch it on TV, but it's another thing to see it in person.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've never been to Graceland. It's always been a dream of mine to go one day and to visit, you know, Memphis and to be able to see that, because it's such a staple in our history. And when you think about everything Elvis contributed to music and movies and television, that's mind-blowing in itself, and to just be there where he lived, and to take it in. So so I'm looking forward to this. This is Christmas at Graceland premieres Saturday, November 17th at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central.
Hallmark Channel proudly presents an original Christmas movie event shot entirely at Elvis Presley's Graceland, starring country music superstar Kelly Pickler and Wes Brown.
What are you going to say?
You're kidding.
Christmas at Graceland, part of Countdown to Christmas, only on Hallmark Channel, the heart of Christmas.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me.
gosh, it's so beautiful.
Mhm.
You know, she's got such a voice, and to be able to do that song like she has, it just, oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. I
heard that.
Can't wait to hear it.
Heard that. I know, and when I heard it initially, I was like, oh, this movie! I can't wait to see this movie. It's going to be so good.
Definitely. Well, moving on to the next movie, although my head is still in that last one. Oh, my gosh. Well, next on Hallmark Channel is Christmas and Evergreen, Letters to Santa. And that's on Sunday, November 18th at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. And it stars Jill Wagner, Mark Ducklin, Holly Robinson Peete, Barbara Niven, Andrew Francis, and Ashley Williams.
Our story starts deep in the valleys of Vermont, in the town called Evergreen.
Dear Santa, this year I just want Christmas like it used to be. We can take every tradition that this town has ever had, and we can show what Evergreen is really made of.
This is a lot of work.
It's a Christmas gift for the entire town.
For the first time in a while, I got back a piece of where Christmas used to be.
Well, there was your small preview, but now, yay, thanks to Hallmark, we have an extended preview of Christmas and Evergreen, Letters to Santa, starring Jill Wagner, Mark Ducklin, Holly Robinson Peete, Barbara Niven, Andrew Francis, and Ashley Williams.
Kevin. Hi, Anna. Let's just say that I was getting ready to start a project, and I needed someone handy with tools.
You going to buy Daisy's store?
No. I'm just going to fix it up for Christmas and get it ready for a buyer.
No. Just throwing up a few decorations won't help.
The place is a lot of work.
I know, which is why I need someone to help me do that.
And you think I'm your man?
Well, I have no idea if you're my man, but I'm willing to bet that you care about this place just as much as any of these other people.
I do. Why do you care?
Because I have some pretty special memories here, too. Look, take a week and help me do this.
I'm sorry. Look, it's not enough time to get it done right.
What are you talking about? Of course we have enough time. I mean, I have tons of experience, and I'm sure that you have some experience, too, right?
Yeah. Yes, look, I started off doing freelance construction gigs. Over time, people realized I was pretty good at leading a team. Good eye for detail, that kind of thing. And after a while, word got around. Now I get calls from all over. People bring me in as a kind of foreman for hire. Just finished a library in Denver.
Oh, see? You're perfect for this.
But look, even if you had a whole fleet of magical helpers who
Which
could...
I don't, but I'm willing to bet that you know some people...
who I'd have a hard time getting to work over the holidays.
Not if you told them that it's a Christmas gift for the entire town.
You are really persistent.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so then what's in it for you, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know. I guess it just feels like something I should do. I'd love to get some wainscoting.
Wainscoting.
What?
Wainscoting.
Good morning.
Say it.
What can I get for you?
Good morning. I would love a peppermint hot cocoa, please.
Right in on the Christmas spirit. Good for you. What can I get for you, Kevin?
Oh, coffee, just black. Please.
What? 'Tis the season, Kevin.
Yeah, little.
Okay, fine. Coffee with whipped cream then.
Caramel?
No. Wait, yes, please.
Okay, so I want to get some decorations, and then I want to stop by a Christmas tree lot. Do you guys have one of those?
We have 5.
You have 5?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough choice, but I'll probably push for the one my dad runs.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much a safe bet.
I'll appreciate that.
And you know what? I was thinking we could use a tree on the outside and then a smaller one on the inside.
I think 2 trees is a bit much.
Ambition is the key to success.
And here you go. Merry Christmas.
Well, Merry Christmas to you.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you. All right, and first things first, we need a good window display and supplies.
I got a guy.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be a really, really good movie. anytime Jill Wagner is in a movie, I know it's going to be good. It could be the worst movie in the world. She somehow brings it and makes it just so lovable and likable.
Well, and I can say the same about Barbara Niven and Holly Robinson Peete. I mean, this cast is phenomenal.
It is. And that was really the only thing missing from these clips was the rest of the cast. But, you know, and if you saw the first Christmas in Evergreen starring Ashley Williams, then you know this sequel is going to be amazing, absolutely amazing. Now let's go on location with Jill Wagner and Mark Declan, stars of Christmas in Evergreen, Letters to Santa.
Welcome to Evergreen.
I love my co-stars.
But let's be clear, the star of this movie is the red truck.
It's really cool that it's this recurring character in the series. The truck is involved in a few moments. You really get the sense that it knows what's going on, you know, and maybe it's in cahoots with Santa or something.
Oh, the red truck. When you are in the scene with the red truck, it's like, no one's paying attention to what I'm saying right now.
She's a diva. She has her own little parking space, and everybody just kind of knows that you don't really touch her.
I like to think that the red truck is like the mascot of the Evergreen movies. It comes out, it does its dance, it gets the whole audience riled up and in the mood, and then it rides off into the sunset. It's like, peace out, Evergreen.
Ah, that red truck. And
I almost giggled when she was talking about that because it was cute.
It really was. Well, recently Holly Robinson Peete was asked if she wrote letters to Santa when she was a little girl. Here's what she said.
My dad was Gordon on Sesame Street, and Sesame Street was, like it is still 50 years later, a huge, huge hit with kids. I wanted to go on Sesame Street. Okay, you think that would be easy, right? My dad's the star of the show. He didn't want me to be like a showbiz kid. See how that turned out. But anyway, he didn't want me to come on Sesame Street. So I wrote a letter to Santa saying, Dear Santa, my dad is going on Sesame Street, and I just want to go on. Please, can I just go on Sesame Street? So my mom gave it to my dad, and she was like, really? Like, come on. She got to write to Santa to get on Sesame Street, and you could just... He's like, okay, finally. So I finally got to go on Sesame Street. And I had one line, and I blew my one line. I was supposed to say, hi, Gordon, but I kept saying, hi, Daddy. And,
oh, that's so cute.
I mean, what a memory to take with you through your life and to pass on, not only to the listeners, but to her family. That's adorable.
And what I learned something from that clip, and that is I did not know that her dad was Gordon on Sesame Street. How many episodes did I watch of that show as a child? And of course, I wouldn't have known it then, but wow, that's amazing. You know, showbiz was in her blood from a very, very young age.
Yeah, even if Daddy said no, she was still going to do it.
She was going to do it, right. I bet Daddy's very proud of her now, though.
Definitely. Well, next up we have Barbara Niven, Holiday Greetings, Christmas and Evergreen, Letters to Santa.
Happy holidays, Hallmarkies. Tune into Hallmark Channel all holiday season long for festive premieres like Christmas and Evergreen, Letters to Santa. See you there.
Well, Christmas and Evergreen, Letters to Santa is definitely going to be another great movie to look forward to. And so, which brings us to our third movie offering for the week of Thanksgiving, and it is Reunited for Christmas, and it airs Wednesday, November 21st, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, starring Nikki DeLoach and Mike Faiola. And this also is going to be a great movie.
And we have an extended preview of Reunited for Christmas, and it's starring Nikki DeLoach and Mike Faiola.
It was so great. And the holiday shuffle took over. My sister and I were bouncing for Mom and Dad. I mean, we tried to keep all the traditions alive. It just it was never the same.
I know how much you miss your grandmother, especially now that the holidays are here.
It won't feel like Christmas without her. Now that Dad's selling the house, there'll be nothing left to go back to.
That is why you and I are going to Aspen to celebrate Christmas. And it's going to be our first Christmas together, and I intend to make it very special for the both of us. Who knows? Might spark some ideas for your book.
But what if I can't write it?
Or what if you write a really great book? You'll be famous, always on the road, signing books, speaking to your hordes of adoring fans. We'll never see each other. You know what? You're right. Don't write it. Terrible idea. Don't write it at all.
Thank you for making me feel better.
I'm your biggest fan.
Hey, we got a package. It's from Nana's lawyer. Well, what does it say? Here. It's a letter.
Oh, well, read it, Sammy.
My dear family, Merry Christmas and welcome home. It's been much too long since you were all together. I only wish I could be with you. I ask that you put aside your sadness and enjoy Christmas the way we always used to. Just in case you forgot, I've included a list. My wish is for you to complete this list as a family.
What's the list?
Oh my gosh, it's all of our old Christmas traditions.
Put up all the Christmas decorations. Pick a tree from Finch's farm and decorate it.
Make gingerbread cookies. Drink Nana's hot apple cider, of course.
Go ice skating. Get our family picture with Santa at Benjamin's Diner.
Go to Cedar Ridge Christmas dance. I love you with all my heart. Merry Christmas and God bless. Nana.
Wow.
Oh. This is going to be the kind of movie that makes me cry. You know,
I know. I was
tears
thinking
in
the
the
same
end,
thing.
but
Right, but you know, even just listening to the preview there and her reeling down the list of traditions and, you know, and thinking in my mind things that I've done that were on that list with my own family, this is going to really invoke a lot of feelings in people, you know, and be very reminiscent. And so, yeah, tears or have your Kleenex on standby. It's probably going to be the order of the day for this movie for sure. But it's going to be a great movie. You know, love Nikki DeLoach and everything she's in. And so I think this is a great pairing with her and Mike Viola. So it'll be a good movie for sure.
For Nikki DeLoach, this Christmas will be unlike any other.
My Nana made arrangements for the whole family to spend one last Christmas together at her house.
A Christmas wish.
Oh my gosh, that's all of our old Christmas traditions.
And a chance to make it come true.
Bringing us all back together again, that was her gift.
Reunited at Christmas. On Hallmark Channel, the heart of Christmas.
Yep, definitely looking forward to that one. Next up, we have Christmas at the Palace on Hallmark, Thursday, November 22nd at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. And it stars Merritt Patterson, Andrew Cooper, and Brittany Bristow. Now, Katie, a former professional ice skater, played by Patterson, is hired by the King of San Zenova, Alexander, to help his daughter in a Christmas ice skating performance. As Katie spends time in the castle and with the king, she and Alex begin to develop feelings for each other and ultimately fall in love. But will the tradition-loving people of San Zenova allow their king to make a foreigner their queen? Now, I love any royal movie. There's just something special about them. And to make it a Christmas royal movie, there you go.
Yeah, and I think people love these movies because they're so, in real life, they're just intrigued by the royal family, and what is it like to be part of that family? And so these movies, tend to capture the potential essence of that. But yeah, and this is a great cast and a little different plot line than what you normally see in these. So it should be interesting to see how it all plays out.
Most definitely.
Thanksgiving night.
Your Majesty.
Love will reign.
Must apologize.
No, I'm sorry.
Merritt Patterson and Andrew Cooper star.
What if we an ice skating pageant?
What's your final answer?
Yes.
What exactly does the pageant entail?
Doesn't matter to me. I'm a king and you're the prom queen.
Christmas at the Palace. Premieres Thanksgiving night at 8. Part of the 5-night Thanksgiving movie event on Hallmark Channel.
And there you go. Well, also part of the 5-night Thanksgiving movie event on Hallmark Channel is a movie that I'm really looking forward to because it stars two of my favorite Hallmark actors. It's called Pride, Prejudice, and Mistletoe, and it airs Friday, November 23rd, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, and it stars Lacey Chabert and Brendan Penny. And this is going to be a great movie. It is based on the book of the same title by Melissa de la Cruz, and so seeing it come to life on screen always, I think, is fun and exciting. But let's go on location with Lacey Chabert and Brendan Penny, stars of Pride, Prejudice, and Mistletoe.
Yep, we're rolling.
Facing take one, marker.
I'm Lacey Chabert, and I play Darcy Fitzwilliam.
My name is Brendan Penny, and I'm playing Luke Bennett.
Darcy's incredibly successful. She's at a point in her life, though, in her career where she's kind of itching for some change. And she goes back home for the holidays to kind of take a break and really finds herself reconnecting with her family and friends.
The great and charmed Darcy Fitzwilliam, always destined for huge success.
You say that almost like it's a bad thing.
Luke's grown up with Darcy, and they were on the debate team together. They were kind of butting heads.
You first.
I insist.
I insist more.
They have a very fun relationship and banter and kind of rediscover each other in a new way.
We're in this together. You're going to let me in eventually, so why all the mystery?
Brendan and I have so much fun together. The scenes with us giving each other a hard time and the banter we have with one another are really fun, and they feel real and full of life.
Pride, Prejudice, and Mistletoe is the perfect Christmas movie, number one, because you have Lacey Chabert.
It's tradition.
Oh.
It's a great romantic Christmas story. It's one of those classic Hallmarks that make you feel really good.
I love Christmas, which is why I do all these Christmas movies. And there's also nothing better than slowing down, being with the ones you love to reignite the holiday spirit.
Wow, and thanks to Hallmark again, we have an extended preview of Pride, Prejudice, and Mistletoe, starring Lacey Chabert and Brendan Penny.
Why don't you just wait here and I'll get the guy to bring the trees over. Hi, I'm here for the trees that were donated.
You want some help?
No, I got it. Yeah.
Are you sure? Because it looks like you could use some help.
I'm totally fine.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah, just 2 more after that.
Yep, just 2 more. Oh. I'm so sorry.
How about now? You want some help now?
Yeah, it would appear that I would.
No, you got to say it like you mean it. I, Darcy Fitzwilliam, would love your help.
I don't sound like that. Just get over here and help me, please.
Thought you'd never ask.
I cannot believe it. I'm so sorry. We're going to pick them up. Well, he's going to pick them up. Yeah. Thank you.
You're amazing. I mean, you're an amazing chef. You're like a superhero with pies.
Oh, it's our song.
I said no one ever. I'm sorry, Jingle Bells cannot be our song.
What's wrong with Jingle Bells? It's a classic.
For a 3rd grade recital.
Fine. An improvement?
You know. Oh, wow, this is impressive. What is uppity right up?
Okay. There's something I want to show you that I made. So these were the place cards at Christmas dinner when I was a kid, and I'm going to put them on all of the food tables.
This is adorable and so clever.
Yeah, it's just, I've got dozens of little ideas like this. You never know which one I'm going to pull out of my sleeve that day. So why don't you sugar those, and I will finish up with this.
Of course. Right.
This sounds like a reverse kind of Christmas, where the girl is usually the Christmassy one, and this time it's the guy. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I think this is a really good pairing between Lacey and Brendan. I love them both, but they both have such sweet natures about them. And bringing it to this movie and then hearing the banter back and forth, I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch them in this. And the story is going to be really cute, too. So it should be, another great movie that Hallmark is giving us this year. So we will see what happens from here. So we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back with more Hallmark Christmas in just a moment.
Hi, this is Tyler Hines, and you're listening to the greatest, Pam and Dawn.
And now we have Hallmark Hall of Fame special presentation, Christmas Everlasting, on the Hallmark Channel Saturday, November 24th, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, starring Tatiana Ali, Dondre T. Whitfield, Patti LaBelle, and Dennis Haysbert. And the story goes, Christmas is fast approaching, and years of long workdays employed at New York's top corporate law firm are about to pay off now that Lucy Toomey, played by Ali, will be made partner after the new year. However, when Alice, her older sister with special needs, unexpectedly passes away, Lucy returns back to Nilson's Bay, Wisconsin, to attend the funeral and handle her estate. While Lucy dreads returning to her childhood home, she also feels real sorrow that she was too busy to take her sister's last call. Once back in Nilson's Bay, Lucy meets Peter, played by Whitfield, her old high school sweetheart and Alice's former attorney, who informs her of the terms of Alice's eccentric will that states in order for Lucy to inherit the family home, she must live there for 30 days through the holidays. And now we have an extended preview of Christmas Everlasting, starring Tatiana Ali, Dondre T. Whitfield, Patti LaBelle, and Dennis Haysbert.
You sure everybody's wearing these?
They better be.
Oh, my Christmas, look who's here! Hey, sweetie, I'm so glad you can make it. We've missed you around here. Hello, Barney.
This is what,
Welcome to Cookie Moss. Come on.
What's a Cookie Moss?
You'll see.
Incoming! This is hot. Ready for another batch. Got another batch right here, Dad. All right, let's keep these cookies coming. Yes, sir.
Uncle Barney, I think you know everybody here. Everybody? Uncle Barney. And his niece Lucy. Lucy is from Nelson's Bay, but right now she's a big-time lawyer in New York City. Not that big. That's not what Peter says. He said you're making waves in Nelson's Bay, too. What is this about a petition going around?
Lucy's trying to save McHenry's from the wrecking ball.
Oh, really? Is there anything I could do to help?
Actually, yes, there is.
Oh, girl, look at you making a difference. Your sister will be so proud of you. And having you here tonight is like having a piece of her with us also.
Thank you, Mrs. Winston.
That's just about the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Now, just what do you do with all these cookies?
We take them down to the retirement home. Just something to brighten up their holiday.
And all the grandkids, they visit on Cookie Day. But this year, we need a new Santa Claus. You think you'd be up for it?
I think after a few of these snickerdoodles, I just might be.
Really?
Hi.
Hi.
I got this for Alice. It was kind of a tradition with us. And I already have mine, so I thought maybe you'd like it.
Actually, I wasn't planning on putting up a tree.
You do know that in Nelson's Bay it's a misdemeanor not to have a tree. I mean, you should see my office. I'm just trying to keep you out of trouble.
This is going to be a good one. It never ceases to amaze me every time Hallmark Channel brings in, they do a Hallmark Hall of Fame special presentation. They always have some of the best actors and actresses cast for these movies. And, wow, this is an amazing cast. And Patti LaBelle, I hope she sings in this movie.
You know what? And Tatiana has a great voice as well. So I have a feeling that we may get a song or two.
That
but,
would be
you know,
awesome.
just listening to the clip, I could pick out Patty's voice like that. Yeah, I mean, just it's so, you just know it's her. So it's going to be another good one, and looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And, you know, one thing I'll add is Dennis Haysbert, you know, he is the voice of Allstate Insurance. And once upon a time he was on 24 and with Kiefer Sutherland. And so he is an amazing actor. So this is, you know, Hallmark Hall of Fame. You can't go wrong. Amazing cast, amazing story. It's going to be very heartfelt. Be sure to have your Kleenex, Andy.
Definitely.
From Hallmark Hall of Fame comes a world premiere holiday presentation.
Your sister changed my life. I feel like I want to do something for Alice.
You came here for Christmas. Maybe that's enough.
Tatiana Ali.
Do you know who Maeve is?
Dondre T. Whitfield.
I can't say.
Dennis Haysbert.
Be nice seeing you two together again.
And Patti LaBelle.
Oh, my Christmas.
Hallmark Hall of Fame's presentation of Christmas Everlasting premieres the Saturday after Thanksgiving at 8 on Hallmark Channel.
Oh, my Christmas, as Patti LaBelle would say.
Yeah.
And, I love that. Oh, my Christmas. But anyway, that's going to be an awesome movie. And that brings us to the last of the movies in our series for the Hallmark Channel during Thanksgiving week, and it is A Shoe Addict's Christmas. And it airs Sunday, November 25th, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, starring Candace Cameron Bure, Luke McFarlane, and Jean Smart. And this is going to be a great movie as well. Let's go on location with Candace Cameron Bure and Luke McFarlane in A Shoe Addict's Christmas.
Hi, I'm Candace Cameron Bure.
And we're on the set of our new Hallmark Countdown to Christmas movie.
I'm playing Noelle Carpenter. Noelle is a shoe addict.
Every pair tells a story.
My name's Jean Smart, and I play Charlie. Charlie is sort of a guardian angel. Nice to meet you, Noelle.
How did you know my name? The shoe itself is really the portal to take her into a memory.
This is exactly where you would be today if you had made different choices.
I'm Luke McFarlane, and I'm playing Jake Marsden. Well, Jake is a firefighter.
Jake may be the one for Noelle.
Hey, honey, I'm home.
No! There's an underlying message of having faith. Go out, live your life. Have fun.
I know you guys are going to love our new Christmas movie.
A Shoe Addict's Christmas, coming to you November 25th, only on Hallmark Channel.
Wow, and now we have an extended preview of A Shoe Addict's Christmas starring Candace Cameron Bure, Luke McFarlane, and Jean Smart.
In some instances, there are people who stray off the path that they're supposed to be on.
So it's like fate?
Oh, no. We still have choices, you know. And as you've seen, there are different possible outcomes. In fact, I probably shouldn't tell you this. There's a certain combination of decisions that would have made you the owner of a very successful chain of hot dog stands.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, for people to get everything that they really need in life, there are certain paths that we need to nudge them back onto sometimes, and sometimes it's more than just a nudge. Sometimes it's more like a shove, you know. And you know, especially people who are starting to doubt that their prayers are worth being heard.
I'm that far off my path?
I mean, you're not hot dog stand off, but pretty far off. And it's starting to have a greater effect than you could
on what?
You know, what we do or don't do in life makes a difference in the world around us. We have to decide what difference it is we want to make in the world.
Listen, the station is having its Christmas party next week, the night before the gala.
You mentioned that.
And I was wondering if you'd like to come.
I would love to come to the party.
Great. I need to get back inside. We drew straws to see what happens at the Christmas tree.
Oh, you lost.
No, I won. Everyone else has to do equipment checks.
Well, if you need any help.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Well, again, another great, cute Christmas movie, and I love any kind of movie that is themed, you know, in the likeness of A Christmas Carol, which is one of my favorite Christmas movies. I have to see it every year, but this one is really kind of along those lines, and it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out.
I agree, and I love the title because I'm a shoe addict myself. So,
well, there you go, folks. We just learned there's some trivia about Pam you didn't know. She's a shoe addict. I think most women are, though, in truth.
Mm-hmm.
I know I have a closet full, so it's you know, it kind of goes with the territory. We got to have a different pair of shoes for every outfit. Right?
We're just born that way.
That's right. Well, it's going to be a great movie, and again, it premieres Sunday, November 25th, 8 Eastern, 7 Central.
Hi, I'm Candace Cameron Bure, and I am so excited to share my favorite Thanksgiving movie tradition with you. The 5-night Thanksgiving movie event. 5 festive nights in a row with all new holiday movie premieres, including a brand new Christmas movie starring me. The 5-night Thanksgiving movie event hosted by yours truly. Starts Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve at 8. Part of the 2 Network 9-night Thanksgiving movie event on Hallmark Channel.
Here we go. Now it's time for the Hallmark Movies Miracles of Thanksgiving and all of their wonderful movies that are coming up. The first one up is Return to Christmas Creek on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, Saturday, November 17th at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. And it stars Tori Anderson, Stephen Huzar, Stephen Weber, and Carrie Matchett. And I hope I said the first Stephen's last name correctly. I hate when I don't know how to say it. But anyway, we're happy to bring you from Hallmark a little look behind the scenes of Return to Christmas Creek, starring Tori Anderson, Stephen Huzar, Stephen Weber, and Carrie Matchett.
Here we go.
Let's lock it up. Be quiet.
Hey, I'm Tori, and we are here on the set of the new Miracles of Christmas movie, Return to Christmas Creek, so come with us for a little behind-the-scenes action.
So if you just come out with more pace.
Alpha Marcus.
Background. Accent.
Uncle Harry, it's me.
Amelia?
It's a story about her coming back to her roots and going back to Christmas Creek where she grew up.
There's been a family rift which has not been dealt with for many years. And that's kind of where we come into the story.
I don't even know how it happened between you and Dad and why we had to leave so suddenly on Christmas Eve.
She moved away when she was quite young. And we fast forward then to present day where the story unfolds of her sort of reconciling her past.
But for what it's worth, I never wanted any of you to leave. Ever. I would say that the dynamic between the actors is like being part of a family.
It's a film about coming together as a family and appreciating the family unit.
Working with this Steven has been incredible. Steven Hazar, he just has this massive smile on his face whenever he walks into a room. So it's so nice to be working with someone who has that, like, all day long.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is like Ruggles. Ruggly.
And Steven Weber is hilarious. Like, honestly, the first scene I had with him, I couldn't stop laughing. He's so funny. He's so funny and so talented. They have just a great gift. It's just a really joyful, lovely movie.
People are going to love this movie because it offers everything that our audience adores and hungers for, which is Christmas, 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 the 3 C's.
And recently, Steven Weber shared what he is most grateful for. Let's take a listen.
Every day I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for the opportunity to learn more, to become a better person, to become more aware, more present. And I'm grateful even for the things that have been painful, that have allowed me to understand life more fully and to embrace the possibility of change in a good way. And grateful for all the moments that I've had and for the ones that I will have.
Wow, that just blows me away. He is incredibly grateful, and he's had a great life, it sounds like.
Yeah, we all have those ups and downs, and we have to learn to appreciate everything that we have, both good and bad, because you learn from it.
And I think that's what makes us, realize just how grateful we are. So it's going to be a good movie, very heartfelt.
Definitely. And let's listen a little bit more. We have a Return to Christmas Creek preview.
Do you ever wonder what our lives would be like if I didn't move?
Christmas has a special way of bringing family back together.
Uncle Harry, it's me.
It's a real surprise.
Tori Anderson, Steven Hazar, and Steven Weber.
You've always been my best friend. Now you are so much more than that.
Return to Christmas Creek on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries.
Well, now we'll be bringing you the next movie we're going to talk about, which is one that from the moment Hallmark started promoting this movie, I said this was going to be one of my favorites to watch this holiday season, and I'm talking about A God Wink Christmas. And it airs Sunday, November 18th at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. It stars Kimberly Sustad, Paul Campbell, and Kathy Lee Gifford. And this is going to be an amazing movie.
Oh, most definitely. But let's listen to the special behind-the-scenes look at A God Wink Christmas starring Kimberly Sustad, Paul Campbell, and Kathy Lee Gifford.
Go behind the scenes of A God Wink Christmas.
I promised you a great weekend, and I'm going to give you a great weekend.
Never been to Martha's Vineyard.
It's based on the book written by Squire Rushnell and Louise Duarte, and it's a story of their good friends.
Paula and Gary, these two actual people. Should I get another cab?
Do you mind giving her a lift? They were sort of brought together by these extraordinary circumstances.
All flights are canceled until tomorrow.
It's a very improbable series of events that come together for two people to actually have the opportunity to get to know one another.
God wink.
A God wink is one of those experiences that you just know couldn't possibly be a coincidence.
How many things had to happen in just the right way so that you and Gary could get to know each other? It's kind of miraculous.
A God Wink Christmas premieres Sunday, November 18th at 9 on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries.
Yeah, just the promos just about make me tear up. Recently, hopefully you caught our great interview with Squire Rushnell and Louise Duarte. We had an awesome time, Pam and I, talking to them about their book series, the God Wink book series, that is, and how now they're coming to life on screen in this movie. And that was a fascinating interview as well. But what do you look forward most to about this movie, Pam?
You seriously want me to pick one thing?
I know. I don't know that you can. I mean, just from the previews alone.
No, the whole thing is going to be magical.
That's a great way to put it. And and when we talked with Squire and Louise, it just made me want to see the movie all the more. To hear him talk about it. And by the way, you can catch that interview anytime on demand. You can go out to Spreaker, you can go over to Blog Talk Radio, to the Take Two Radio Network account, and that's 2, the number 2, and and just check it out. It is a great interview, and Squire and Louise, they talk about their own personal experiences and God winks they've had, and it was very, very enlightening. So go check it out if you get a chance before the movie on, when it premieres this weekend.
And recently, Kathy Lee Gifford talked about what it was like working with the cast of A God Wink Christmas.
Kimberly and I bonded from the first scene we did. She's a terrific young actress, very instinctive, very natural, no false moves, no false moments. I never catch her acting. And a very spiritual young woman as well. So we've had lots of great talks off camera between takes, and she's an absolutely precious young girl. She's one of those. We're going to be friends long after this movie wraps, for sure.
And while on set, speaking of Kimberly Sustad spoke about her own personal miracle moment she experienced.
When I think about a miracle moment in my life, the way that me and my husband met was something no less of a Hallmark movie itself. We actually met each other in Ecuador. There was a meteor shower that took place, and we barely knew each other. We came from 2 totally separate ends of the block, if you will. 2 weeks later, we're in the same town, in the same college, and a year after that, we were married. So it was just a lot of chances for us to wind up in 2 completely different countries at both the same time when we're both from 2 completely different countries. And so it sort of changed my life forever. We're still married 14 years later.
So she had her own God wink moment.
She sure did. She sure
wow,
did.
What a
I
story.
absolutely love that story, yeah. And that she shared it with everybody. I just love those little behind-the-scene things or little personal moments that we get to hear from the cast.
Yeah, for sure.
All flights are canceled due to fog.
When things like that happen, it's important to see things in a different light. It's kind of miraculous. You think everything is God winking at me? How many things had to happen in just the right ways at just the right time so that you could get to know each other?
Listen to that heart of yours, honey.
A God-Wink Christmas premieres Sunday, November 18th at 9. Part of the 2 Network 9-night Thanksgiving movie event on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries.
Hi, this is Giles Panton, and you're listening to Pam and Dawn.
And now on to the next movie. We have Last Vermont Christmas on Monday, November 19th at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. And it's starring Erin Cahill and Justin Bruning. The story goes, every year, 3 sisters, Megan, played by Cahill, Bethany, and Mary, reunite every Christmas in their childhood home. This year, though, their parents have put the house up for sale, and the buyer is Nash, played by Bruning, Megan's former childhood sweetheart. Erin is best known for her roles as Jen Scott's in Power Rangers Time Force, Ted Mosby's sister, Heather, in How I Met Your Mother, and Kendra Burke in Saving Grace. She had a recurring role as Felicity in ABC series Red Widow, and she's also noted to be the first lead female character for the Call of Duty franchise as Chloe Karma Lynch in the Call of Duty Black Ops 2. She also starring in Sleigh Bells Ring and on the Hallmark Channel.
And Justin Bruning is best known for his roles in Good Behavior, Indivisible, which just came out a couple weeks ago, and we all loved him in Grey's Anatomy. And Last Vermont Christmas is Justin's first stint with Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, and we certainly hope it won't be his last.
Yeah, definitely. And I have a few more interesting trivia tidbits about Justin. He's a former model, and he was discovered at McDonald's in San Diego. He was slated for the role of J.R., but All My Children producers decided he was better suited for the role of Jamie. He proposed in real life to his on-screen, off-screen love, Alexa Havens, who played Babe Carrie Chandler on All My Children. And I remember all of that so very well.
And he is an amazing actor, and I'm so happy that Hallmark has snatched him up. I hope we're going to see more of him in their movies moving forward, because he is great eye candy and a great addition to the Hallmark Channel.
Christmas memories make a house a home.
We're selling the house.
November 19th, a special Monday night premiere.
If this is our last Christmas here, we should be making it as memorable as possible.
An all-new original holiday movie.
You're buying our house. You're the one who broke up with me.
I never stopped caring about you.
It's time for me to take a chance.
Last Vermont Christmas premieres Monday, November 19th at 9. Part of the 2 Network 9-night Thanksgiving movie event on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries.
Well, the next movie that we're going to be bringing to you is called Hope at Christmas. And suffice it to say, Pam and I both agree this is probably going to be one of our favorites for this holiday season. And you'll know why shortly. But it premieres Tuesday, November 20th at 9 Eastern, 8 Central. Stars Ryan Pavey and Scotty Thompson. And need I say more? Ryan Pavey. That voice.
And we know something you don't know, but that's okay.
That's
We'll
right.
find out later. So with that said, we have a special behind-the-scenes look at Hope at Christmas starring Ryan Pavey and Scotty Thompson.
Hi, everyone. I'm Scotty Thompson.
And I'm Ryan Pavey.
And we are on the set of our new holiday movie.
Background to your positions, please.
Hey, Mark.
Action!
Are you excited for the tree lighting?
I'm really excited.
I'm happy to be part of the Hallmark family. This is my first chance to work with them, and especially being able to do a Christmas one for my first experience is really nice.
I like that we're touching on some things that I'm not accustomed to seeing.
The story, it begins with a woman and her daughter who comes home for the holiday. She reconnects with an old family friend who owns a bookstore, which she loved as a kid, and while she's there ends up meeting a very handsome man. Excuse me.
Hi. You talking to me?
Yes, I'm talking to you. I've been watching you.
I play Mac, and I'm widowed, going about my day-to-day business when I meet this lovely gal.
Oh, you remember Mac? You met earlier at the store?
Yeah, hey.
Hi.
Are you the book thief my mom was talking about?
Not guilty. We kind of develop an affinity for each other. I like her kid.
You know, they're both hesitant to jump into something.
I haven't done this sort of thing in a long time. Scotty's a really, really great actress, and it's her first Hallmark, so yeah, maybe I've been in a couple more, but I feel like I should probably be taking acting notes from her. She's a spectacular performer.
I just haven't been out much since my divorce, much less been set up by anyone, so I guess I forgot how to act in public. In terms of Sydney's own journey of rediscovering what home is for her, I think that that's a beautiful message for people, and I hope that they can really connect with that. Hi. Thanks for hanging out with us.
We know you're going to love our new movie.
Yes, Ryan, we are going to love your new movie. I couldn't resist saying that.
Do we sound like a couple of high school girls with our first
crush? We're fangirling.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We're not ashamed to admit it.
No, I definitely. I mean, my eyes will be glued to that screen.
Mhm. Yeah, and just think, there's no other Hallmark movie on against, competing against this one on Tuesday night. I'm like, thank you, Hallmark and Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, for not putting the fans of your channels in that predicament rather. I can't talk. I'm so flabbergasted. But putting everyone in that predicament to have to choose, or DVR one and watch the other. So we can watch this movie free and clear with nothing to compete against. So I am definitely looking forward to it.
Well, you know what? I will be DVRing this one so I can watch it over and over.
Well, we have a special announcement, by the way. Speaking of this movie, we have an exclusive interview with Ryan Pavey coming up on Monday, November 19th at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central. And we are so excited to bring this to you. He was amazing to chat with, and he talked about the movie, he talked about his career. There's so many things we touched on, and in the time that we had with him, and we're just so grateful that we had the opportunity. So you do not want to miss this interview, folks. We will be putting out the link very soon, so bookmark it and get ready to listen on Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, and you can listen by way of Blog Talk Radio, at Take Two Radio Network, and also stationradio.com, and you can get it, and then it'll be on demand later if you should happen to miss it. But you don't want to miss it. It's going to be a great time. And besides, who doesn't want to listen to Ryan Pavey talk for any given amount of time? That voice.
Mm-hmm.
That
voice, and it's even better when you're talking on the phone to him. Let me tell you,
because he has the whole acting voice, and then when he gets on the phone and he has the Ryan, this is me, the real Ryan Pavey voice, you're like, holy cow.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you definitely want to tune in for that. It's going to be a real treat. And Pam and I are still just kind of over the moon. We just can't believe that we were lucky enough and fortunate enough to have him on our show. And so we're just so honored and so grateful to Ryan. And Ryan, if you're listening, thank you so much for your time. We did appreciate having you on.
And speaking of Ryan Pavey, in this Miracle Moment interview, he talked about the best Christmas gift he ever gave his mother.
My mom's dad had left when she was born. He was a radio DJ, so he was like all over the place. I think he spent some time on a boat in the Gulf. She never saw him again until her 8th birthday. He came back and he gave her a gift. He gave her a record, like a personal message to her. And she kept it for forever, never listened to it. I didn't even know about it until a couple of Christmases back. She told me, and I decided I was going to get her a phonogram so she could listen to it. She heard her father's voice for the first time in over 40 years. It began with My Dearest Linda. My mom's name is Linda. When we listened to it, she was crying and I was crying, and I allowed my mom to hear her dad's voice for the first time in a lifetime. I still remember that. Makes me misty thinking about it. I haven't seen my mom in a long time, so I got to call her later.
You know, one of the things that I love that clip, by the way, as you were saying earlier, you know, these actors that give these personal behind-the-scenes look inside of their personal lives with little nuggets of great memories that they hold. And Ryan talked about his mom during our interview, so which was not this, in fact. So you definitely, again, you want to tune in for this interview on Monday because Ryan, he talked about so many different things. I'm still shocked at how much we were able to pack in the time that we had. But he's a very, very interesting guy. Very fun to talk to and just most enjoyable. It you know, looking very forward to this movie. I can't say enough.
I know. We'll be fine. You know, we either are going to get our fill of Ryan once we watch the movie, or we're going to want more. And I have a feeling it's going to be the latter. So.
Yeah, for real.
She's ready for a fresh start.
I got the job, but it is back in New York.
How soon would you have to leave?
Right after Christmas.
But fate may lead her in a new direction.
This place, these people, all makes it hard to leave.
Don't stay.
Scotty Thompson and Ryan Pavey.
Now it feels like Christmas.
Hope at Christmas. On Hallmark Movies and Mysteries.
I got to say one thing before you go ahead. I have to say one thing. In that preview right there, Ryan and that voice, okay, we've already established that he has a voice. But it reminded me of, you know, the way he said it was like you'd hear him on General Hospital. I mean, just like, you know, here it comes. So anyway, I just had to get that out of the way, but
okay.
Moving on.
We need to move along, otherwise we'll never get through this because we could spend the rest of the time talking about Ryan. So there we go.
Oh, mate.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, well, next up is Christmas on Honeysuckle Lane, and that premieres Saturday, November 24th at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, and it's starring one of my all-time favorites, which is Alicia Witt and Colin Ferguson.
And we have an extended preview for you of Christmas on Honeysuckle Lane, starring Alicia Witt and Colin Ferguson.
Or under it.
This is special.
But only of sentimental value, I'm sure.
No, I admit it. I stand corrected. Did your mother ever show you the hidden compartments?
What hidden compartments? Whoa! I had no idea. There are letters written to my mom. Dearest Caroline, I miss you more than you can imagine, but my heart is buoyed by thoughts of our engagement.
Oh, your father was quite the wordsmith.
This is from before my parents met. Signed RJ. These aren't from my father.
Guess we have hit a dead end. That was definitely not the right RJ.
What do you mean?
I mean, we're going to have to look somewhere else for answers. Initials are definitely not going to be enough. I mean, am I crazy? Seriously, why do I care so much about letters from some random man? So he was some ex-fiance, so what, right?
I think this is about finding out who your mother was.
Or who I thought she was. You don't keep letters like this unless they really meant something to you. And you certainly don't keep them a secret. I don't think she even told my dad about this.
I think your mother wanted you to find those letters.
What makes you think that?
I mean, you said she used to hide presents for you in the desk drawers, the Christmas scavenger hunt. I think maybe this was one final gift just for you.
You know, that
Wow.
preview, there's so much in that preview that just has that aura of mystery.
I was just going to say that.
And
yes.
I'm in your head again. But you know, I just am really looking forward to this movie. And one of the biggest reasons why is because it's based on a book by Mary McDonough. And if you don't know her by that name, you would know her as the character name of Erin Walton. She played Erin Walton in the Waltons series, and she's written a book. And so, you know, it's got a family theme to it. It's got, you know, nuances that could be influences from that series that she was a part of for so long. And I can tell you, this is going to be a good one. I am looking forward to this. And appropriately that it would be on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries because of, you know, just the essence of what this movie. I mean, I'm sitting here in my mind as I'm listening to the preview going, well, what is the backstory here? And I think this one is going to have a lot of twists and turns. So whoever knew you could make a Christmas mystery?
Right?
But if anybody can, it'll be Hallmark.
Definitely. This is the appropriate channel. And I just love Alicia no matter what she does. Every single movie of hers, I watch the reruns of them, you know, every Christmas and anything else that she's been in, I watch. There's just something about her. I don't know what it is, but there's just something about her that I absolutely adore.
Yeah, she is phenomenal.
Thanksgiving is such a special time of year, and I am so happy that I get to share it with you. Join me, Candace Cameron Bure, as I host the first ever Miracles of Thanksgiving, 4 nights in a row of all new original holiday movie premieres. Believe in the miracles of the season. Miracles of Thanksgiving starts Saturday, November 17th at 9. Part of the 2 Network 9-night Thanksgiving movie event on Hallmark Movies and Mysteries.
Well, folks, that brings us to the end of our wonderful show talking about all these great movies on both the Hallmark Channel and Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. And, you know, as they say, it's going to be 9 nights, 2 channels, 2 networks rather, and 12 wonderful movies. And I don't think there's a bad one in the bunch. It's going to be a great, great week of doing nothing but watching Hallmark Channel and Hallmark Movies and Mysteries. And I do believe it is going to be a week that you do have to DVR some and go back and watch them. One thing I do love about these networks is that they do give you plenty of opportunities to see them in rerun phase once they have, you know, aired them originally. And that is great because these are so good. You want to see them again and again and again.
You know, if you could be 2 people for one day, or actually, I should say for one season, because it's not just one day that there's 2, you know, movies on at the same time practically that you want to watch. It would be great if you could be 2 people, and then one of each of you gets to watch one of each of the movies. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. And any Hallmarkies out there who are listening, Chessies, you know, you name it, Hardys, the whole gamut of fans, let me tell you, we all wish we had clones of ourselves or could be 2 people trying to catch all these movies. And in this case, for this holiday season with 37 movies across both networks, I think sometimes we almost need 3 and 4. So,
true.
Nonetheless, but yeah, we've had a great time bringing you the previews for all these great movies. And again, it all starts Saturday night, November 17th, and runs all the way through Thanksgiving weekend, which ends on November 25th. So you don't want to miss a minute. And again, do not forget that we have a great interview coming up with Ryan Pavey on Monday night, November 19th, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be absolutely great. And so that is going to wrap it up for us. But we will be back here again very soon. We'll be bringing you part 2 of our special edition show. And so we'll be tweeting and posting out about that in the next couple of days. But we look forward to being right back here with you very soon to talk about all things Christmas. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. We are so glad to have you here and look forward to being here with you again very soon.
And thank you, Dawn, for having me on again. It was an honor.
Oh, it's an honor to be on with you. What are you talking about? It's always fun. But we will be back here again, and we'll be bringing you part 2 of our show on Sunday night. So you definitely want us to tune in for that. We got more great fun, banter, and information for you. So and a lot of surprises. So you want to come back here if you can. All right. Well, thanks again for joining us, and we'll see you again. And have a great weekend and enjoy all these great Hallmark Channel, Hallmark Movies and Mysteries, Miracles of Thanksgiving, Countdown to Christmas, whatever you want to call it. Enjoy your week. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you again soon.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hey, guys, don't leave us yet. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at Christmas Movies. That's XMASMUVIES. And also like our Facebook page at Christmas MuVies Spotlight. Don't forget, that's spelled MUVIES. And follow us on Instagram at Christmas MuVies Spotlight.
And don't forget to check out our website, christmas-movies-spotlight.com. That's movies with MUVIES. christmas-movies-spotlight.com.
Thanks for listening. See you next week.